Hello, David Fife with Lake Country Acupuncture here for another healthy tip of the day. Today I wanted to discuss arthritis. So it's a term that gets thrown around a lot, and it seems to be a term from my clinical experience that there's a lot of fear around it. Like if you have arthritis, that's what you have, you're stuck with it. I want to break down the term itself so we understand that a bit more. So arthritis is a Latin term, arthro meaning joint, itis indicating inflammation. So really all it means is inflammation of a joint space. And that can happen for a number of different reasons. The most common inflammation in joints is because of wear and tear on the region. So overuse, excessive use, putting pressure on the area, getting impact to the region, and inflammation develops over time because of that. You can have autoimmune responses within the joints that are inflammatory. Things like rheumatoid arthritis is one of note, but there's several different types. That can be a little trickier to treat, and I think that's where the fear connotation comes. With rheumatoid arthritis, it is a bit more difficult to treat, but still treatable because it's an inflammatory condition. Acupuncture works fantastic at treating any inflammatory condition because it helps the area in question vasodilate and open up so that we can flush circulation through the area of inflammation, thus clearing it out and supporting the function of that system. So arthritis is no different from a diabetes condition or a joint space issue where there's a slipped disc. Wherever there's any kind of inflammation, digestive inflammation, migraine headaches, any inflammatory condition, acupuncture can treat effectively. But I wanted to give you a few tips in regards to arthritis that you can do away from acupuncture therapy for that type of condition. So there's several different things you can do. Number one on the list is you want to avoid certain things that are going to be inflammatory. And those are the old typicals. So we're looking at dairy products, big one. Alcohol is another big one. We want to avoid a lot of excessive meat intake, especially red meat. That can be very inflammatory to the body. Sugar is another big one. And also staying hydrated to flush what inflammation does come into the system through the diet and lifestyle so that we can help to clear that stuff out. There's a few different things in the food that we can eat that can be very effective for reducing inflammation and helping to help support joint circulation with arthritis. One in particular, fresh pineapple contains something called bromelain, which can be very good at helping to reduce inflammation in the joints. It's pretty well known for that. Sulfur is another good thing that you can ingest in the body because it helps the absorption of calcium in the body, and that can be great for helping to heal joints when there is inflammation in those regions. So asparagus is a good food, fish is a good food, fresh garlic, onion, those all contain sulfur. Fish oil is another good one. So if you get a good quality fish oil supplement, that can be very good at dealing with inflammation within the joint space as well. Rice, rye, and wheat. Wheat is always the issue with gluten, but rice and rye, the grain, contains something called histidine, which can also be very effective at helping to reduce inflammation in the joint spaces. Those are some tips. Those are a few things you can add into your diet to help with arthritis. But for me, for my money, acupuncture, I may be biased, but I've seen such great results with acupuncture treating inflammatory joint issues because of that vasodilative effect that it has. But on top of that, it's a few little tips for you as far as arthritis that you can do away from the clinic. So any questions, as always, contact us here at Lake Country Acupuncture. For now, I'll sign off, and we'll see you again for another healthy tip very soon.